At the start of the film, a boy named Ivan come on the scene. There were four more staff members in that office where they used to serve, which include his co-worker female and another was his boss Amra. In the beginning, Ivan co-worker used to like him and she had also expressed it too, but Ivan had no such feeling at that time, so he refused her. Now she used to impolite with her. Ivan tried many times to reconcile with her, but she never reconciled. Ivan had also developed feeling with her now, and she had shared with her many times. She always replied on his statement no, and she used to move from there. Even other co-workers also continued to notice it. There were 5 members in Ivan groups, but there was also an employee beside this group. He used to irritate them saying, "Have you remembered when I had won cash from all of you in camp? Return it to me." Actually, there were other 2 co-workers beside Ivan's friend who had to pay him, but they were idle and they had kept his money in their possession till now. One of the co-workers goes to reception outside and he began to flirt with receptionist. He wanted to be a friend of her, but she never used to think of him as a point man because he was a very flirty person. Then receptionist's attention is diverted to Ivan when he approaches there. Here it seems that she used to have affections for Ivan, but Ivan never noticed her because he had a liking for his co-worker. Now he head of the company arrives there. He tells Ivan, "You know that I will hire a manager for my office." Then Ivan say, "Yes, of course, I know." Ivan was rejoined thinking he will get the seat of a manager because he was a senior and industrious. He wanted to get that seat of manager because he knew how to run the office. Now they all began to wait for the head getting together. That when he will take the name of the manager, Ivan is much excited and now head tells the name of the hired manager. But hearing his name, Ivan is confused. Who does not believe that the head does not choose him as a manager, but a new employee was selected as a manager instead of him. His name was Max. Ivan had to familiarity with Max from the time of his college days. He never liked him, and now this happened. There was surely start a conflict between them. Ivan's female friend decided him along with Max during his college days. Consequently, Max was dismissed from the college after degradations. Even though only a fact why this evil person had been hired as a manager. On the other side, Max seemed jumping for joy. He was extremely happy after being hired as a manager. He begins to flatter everyone and he says, "I will be proud a good manager for all." He gets the favor of everyone on the very first day. Ivan was much infuriated, and why should he not be angry? He goes to head and say, "You did not make the right decision. Why did you do this?" The head says, "Listen, Ivan, I know you are industrious and have been serving me for many years. Look, I have to keep in mind the expertise. Indeed, he is a fresh employee but know how to run office." The head suggestion to him, "Just focus on your duty." Being heard, Ivan leave from there. Ivan observed that Max begins to chat up with his female friend co-worker on the very first day, as he used to do with everyone. He looks at Max weirdly when he approaches there. Max asks, what are you starting at me? Why are you not performing your duty? I will inspect you on how much work is performed by you. It is better to go for your duty." Ivan is surprised noticing that he is putting a heavy hand exactly after his arrival, and my co-worker is also in his bad intentions. Then it seems that Ivan co-worker is on night duty. He is engaged in his co-worker. Suddenly mysterious sounds are heard by him as someone is flowing. He thinks he is perhaps feeling as such due to his sleep, and it is his hallucinations. But the sounds are gradually louder. Being afraid, he moves to the laboratory. Someone attacks him as he moves to the laboratory. He he is badly injured. Next day, when Ivan come on the office, he checked the parked motorbike of his friend outside. He asked the security guard, "Is that poor man working hard from the last night?" The guard says, "Your reverence, I don't know." Ivan searches him too much. When he checks going to Liberty, there is a mutilated dead bodies of his co-worker. Someone has torn it on. His dress was blood-stained. Witnessing it, Ivan screamed. He was not believing in his eyes that his co-worker had been killed. He runs to his dad. He says, "Check it. What has happened?" Gathering there, all employees go there with Ivan, but they notice no dead bodies of anyone else in the laboratory. Ivan is left shocked. Then his head says to him, "The reason is apparent. You are not present-minded now. As for why you have not been hired as a manager, so you are losing your senses." Max says, "Leaving everything, we ourselves will detect why your co-worker did not come today. Just mind your own business." Calling him incensed, they leave from there. Ivan is surprised standing in the laboratory. The security guard says to him, looking on the ground, "Look, there is still blood. You are telling truth. It is appearing as someone has misplaced his dead body." Now it seems that Ivan bosom friend and his co-worker are playing game with each other. Then Sam co-worker come there who used to ask for his cash. He says, "Return my money immediately." Manager Max hear all their conversation. He calls that employee in his office asking what is the matter. Afterwards, it is not seem that conversation held between them. Meanwhile, Ivan is asking his co-female worker, "Will you also not trust me?" She says, "Do you deserve?" Ivan also comes out as being hurt. At the same time, that employee is coming out of the manager office. His complication had turned into white and he was looking horrible, as he has not as a single drop of blood in his body. He says to both of them wildly, "You will have to return my money today. You will face dire consequences till evening if you don't return." Saying it, he leaves from there. Three of them surprised because that employee had not enough courage that he may talk like this. Anyhow, they overlook it. Ivan calls that receptionist asking, "Can you go to the cellar? I need some important files from there." She gets excited thinking Ivan talked to him, but someone attacked her in the cellar. Then Ivan bosom friend and his female co-worker arrive on the scene. His co-worker is digging. Ivan bosom friend says to her, "Let's be cool down. Ivan is not bad at all." Then she says, "I don't care either he is good or bad. I just know it that his mind is out of order." Ivan hears all coming from the backside. Noticing him, his female co-worker leaves angrily from there, and she glimpses the receptionist while leaving. Her complication was also turned white, but she had tried to mask her while coating her lips. She begins to attack strangely, but that female co-worker leaves from there while ignoring her. Contrarily, Ivan and his bosom friend are shown talking. That employee also arrived there who was needed to be paid by Ivan both co-worker, and he hits a knife on the board and say, "Just notice time is passing." Ivan's best friend is afraid, thinking he may not kill him. He requests Ivan hand him over $20 grandly. "I will return you later." Ivan had his friend co-worker on a duty at night because they had multitask to perform. Ivan asked his friend, "Can you go to the cellar? I need the same file which I did not get till now." Ivan himself moved into Max's office as he left. Ivan observed going into the office of Max that his friend photo has been encircled. As there is, Max thought behind it as he wanted to target him. It was not only enough, but he has also marked the office head photo. On the other side, that employee meets the same receptionist in the cellar who lures him. At the same time, her face is turned into a horrible one and she bites on his neck. Ivan had no that who is Max. He was an vampire and she was also turning other like him. Knowing it, he comes outside as being infuriated. He finds his injured co-worker. He asks him to leave. my time it was appearing at that time as someone is also coming there. Then Ivan locked himself into a room. At the same time, someone beings or knocked loudly at the door. Ivan hides there in a fear and falls asleep. The next day, the office head manager and his best friend reach there. The head says to Ivan when he notices him sleeping there, it is enough. I am firing you from the job. The manager Max says to the head, it is okay. Give him one more chance. He is a good employee. Ivan was scared enough and says to the head, my coworker is also more even. If you don't believe it, just observe. He will also not come today. How wonderful is this? The coworker approaches there. The head smiles and says to him, you have truly gone mad. You just need to focus on your work. I may not hear such statement by you. He is no more and another one. Ivan says to his best friend coming there, you also didn't believe me. I am not telling a lie. His best friend consoles him. He says, my friend, I believe because I have witnessed it. I have also our office security guard who is also evident that Max had turned a girl into a vampire, beating her. Now they all three they drive off to collect some weapon and come back. At the same time, the office watchman begins to attack them because he had also turned into a vampire, but they put him to death while stabbing a knife. They all three move to the office together and say, we will reveal all to the head now. It is enough. Max is actually a vampire and what is the coming? All employees of the office have turned into a vampire as they go inside and they begin to attack them. But they all three move to the head office security themselves. They reveal him everything about Max. They tell him those facts which may be credible for him. But the office head is not surprised and says calmly, I know that Max is a vampire. Then Ivan asks him, why did you not stop him? The office head says, it is your fault because you are becoming idle. Your focus was not your work. Deliberately hired Max so he may turn everything into an vampire. First of all, I was your plenty soundly. Vampire are generating even at night. Now look, I am getting good result. The employer performing well turning into a vampire. Now it is your turn. Max say, even have you remember? Then I was dismissed from the college and I had felt lost, so I thought to be courageous. I learned the way to be a vampire. I also learned business tactics. I struggled hard and witnessed my position, and the working employee under my supervision are becoming more hardworking than you. Ivan says to head overlooking him, are you not understanding that he will also kill you? He want to take your place of office head so he may run his firm himself. Hearing it, the head of knows the fact and he asks Max, did you want to Sam? Going near him, Max prostrated his neck which caused his head dead. Now the doubt of everyone was clear that Max is really a evil person and he committed that he wished even female co-worker is frightened enough. So she joined the group of Ivan. All empire began to attack them. Max is observing standing at the distance and she is acting seems his contumations. On the other side, Ivan group is also comforting the empire. All they bravely kill each empire one by one. Here it may be accessed that human begins or the mightiest creature. No one can take place of them if they work uniquely as being industrious and determined. They can surpass others. Max enhances the co-worker even he brings her into cabin, while the rest of the empire try to attack them. But the security guard is wounded, interrupting them. Now that poor man was not a human being. Somehow Ivan moves into the office of Max and he attempts to rescue his female worker. But Max had become mightiest there. He hit both of them. He leaves the wounded. Ivan co-worker stabs a heavy knife on the head. As a result, Max is badly injured. Afterwards, she also stabs a knife on his heart. At the last, she is ended. And there is an explosion. Consequently, his blood is slapped everywhere. But Ivan and his co-worker were until that they end that crucial empire. He never deserved to be a human being. Being embraced, even co-worker apologized to him that I have been taken you wrong for a long time while you were the well-wisher for everyone as a good human being. They reconciled her again. Now they were together again. Now even his co-worker and his best friend lives together. Then the inside side of the office is seen when a mad servant goes to swim and she stopped there witnessing the bloody room. Then even employee who was survived and turned into an empire in the end because he had not ended by anyone. Bites that might servant Nick and then leave from there. The movie also ends in this scene.